far as Spotify goes, they're in an interesting position because they're, with me, as far as like the download streaming platforms, Spotify is the kid that's not quite underground but not quite mainstream at the same time. Like
they hate it. They hate it.
Yeah, it's like it's the Wild Wild West still in some regards with Spotify.
Yeah.
So with Tidal, with I'm not even gonna say Apple Music because I feel like Apple Music, in all intents and purposes, isn't artist friendly in the least bit. But with a platform like Tidal, you have sort of this transparency and this honesty when it comes to artists being able to see where they're getting their money from. Because I think some of us still, with streaming being the way it's been for the last few years, still don't know exactly how we're getting paid as artists. So this kind of opens up the conversation and opens itself up to more transparency when it comes to artists being more knowledgeable about where their money is coming from and how they can acquire money from streams, because for all intents and purposes, the game is fucked up right now, and that's not me trying to, discourage anybody wanting to pursue being an artist in the least bit, but it's just that the construct and the rules, they change so drastically. It's not subtle changes. They're
Laws.
1 minute,
They just change the law.
yeah. 1 minute it's cool to do this, and the next minute it's not cool to do this. And the reason why a lot of that changes is because record labels, for all intents and purposes, they're slowly becoming archaic. Not irrelevant, but just archaic. And the way that they're trying to go about collecting money now is through getting in monetization in every aspect. So we're all still trying to figure it out. They're still all trying to figure it out, but they're trying to let us know that they don't have it figured out.
We have so much power that we don't even realize, you know what I'm saying? And I think the record labels, the A&Rs, the digital streaming, they're like, yo, these kids are going to Canada, going to France, and they're packing out shows, but their Spotify streaming reports reads 100,000 or 1 million streams, but then most people who consume, I won't say most, I'll say the average consumer, they look at radio, blogs, look at major labels as like, these are the top tier artists, but I think that's being distorted now because indie artists have so much power. So I personally feel like they're noticing the power in us and they're trying to say we want our hands in that, you know what I'm saying? As Spotify grabbing their share in DistroKid of all fucking places, you know what I'm saying? Like they didn't sign a deal with a major, they went to the indie.
With 360 deals, like I'm not an artist, like I'm in the law field, but like I took entertainment law this summer, and like just a heads up, like the same way like there's a lot of security when it comes to a label, like at the end of the day, like you're gonna be on the label, you're getting paid, you're getting salary, benefits, all that vacation time, whereas like if you're just working as an attorney for a single artist, it's not as secure.
Yeah.
And so during my entertainment law class, we were taught like, what clauses to put into a contract to basically fuck over an artist. Like if you want to put them in your pocket, these are the clauses that you have in a contract. And that's exactly, because a lot of my classmates want to go into corporate entertainment law. They want to work for these labels. But just to be very clear, all the artists in the room, look at your contracts very, very clear, because that is literally what I was tested on.